Alrighty everyone, welcome to the first part of this new video series teaching my wife Heidi how to day trade. We're doing this so you guys can see how easy it is to start day trading. Today we're going to teach her how to read a candlestick. It's the most basic thing when it comes to trading. Kind of the first thing you do. Yes, opening an account is something that you can do first, or you should do first. However, we already have an account open for her. I have videos on my YouTube channel on how to open an account. So this is how to read a candlestick, part one of learning how to day trade, teaching my wife how to day trade. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a slideshow, little presentation, and then we're going to quiz her at the end. So how to read a candlestick by me. What is a candlestick? So a candlestick is, in simple terms, a unit of measurement between price action in the stock, what the stock is worth. So hypothetically, if the stock is worth $5 at 1 minute, then the stock is worth $10. That candlestick is going to show that movement of, because a stock just doesn't go instantly 5 to 10. So it shows the increment of time. And the second thing is it's a time measurement. Like how quickly did it move from 5 to 10? So in candlesticks, there are multiple times of a candlestick. When I say a candlestick, it can mean a 1 minute candlestick, or it can be a candlestick that is a 1 day candlestick. They're all the same. So first of all, how do you read a candlestick? Do I got my little laser? Can't really see it. So there's two real types of candlesticks. There's a red one and there's a green one. So generally, what ones do you think you want to see more of?
Green.
Okay, wrong. No, just kidding. Yeah, it's green, depending on what side you're playing. So a green candlestick is when the stock price goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to pretend that the unit of time for this candlestick is 1 minute. Okay, so all that this candlestick does is it represents 1 minute of time and what the stock's price action did in that 1 minute. The first thing is the body of the candle. It's this little square thing. Okay. Rectangle. Is he waking up? Doesn't want to learn. She doesn't want to learn. Put in the comments right now if you think she's going to be a profitable trader in 2023 or she's going to be a non-profitable trader in 2023. Let's see. This series on teaching my wife how to day trade is now turned into teaching my wife and my son how to day trade. So we're going to go through it. Smile for the camera. Say hello. So back to what we were saying is this is strictly just a unit. Again, we were doing this a unit of time. Okay, so if this is a 1 minute candle, we're going to throw some numbers into this to have you understand. So first of all, this is called the body. Now, very beginner stuff, forget these two lines. The body of the candle simply means at that 1 minute mark, the stock price opens up at, say, $1 a share. Okay, the price of the share of the stock is $1. Now, after that 1 minute is up, the top of this candle is the close, and it closed at, say, 150. Mm-hmm. You learned something. So, what happens is, because it's green, the price increased in that unit of time. So, to elaborate even more on it, these wicks are the absolute low of that time and the absolute high of that time. So basically all it is imagine just 60 seconds, okay? Mm-hmm. The stock price opens here. So the very beginning, the price of the share, so when it turns 9:30 and the clock strikes 9:31, there's a brand new candle that starts, okay? And it opens here. Now, say the candle goes down a little bit and that price is now worth 85 cents a share. So it went from $1 to 85 cents. But within that 1 minute, it continued to push up to $1.15. That was the absolute high. However, at 9:51 or 9:31:59, 1 second before the new candle starts, it comes back down and it closes right here at $1.10. Okay. So, do you want to kind of reiterate what I just said? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know.
Okay, so for example,
I get that that's where the price opens and it closes, and if it goes any higher, then it goes up, and then say with lower. But this is like where it
eventually
lands or opens.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem intrigued, Bubba. Okay, so now in a
And this is just a measurement.
yes, correct. Measurement of time and price action. Time and price action. So the next one is the red candle. Now the red candle is kind of the same thing when it comes to the wicks. The top of that wick is its high, the bottom of that wick is its low. But because the price decreased, because it's a red candle, it opens at say $1, just like this one. It opens at $1, but eventually it closed at lower at 90 cents. We can get red. So we'll look at some examples here. Now, types of candlesticks. Okay, there's a candlestick that's got no little itty bitty wicks because it opened here and it closed at the absolute high. No, it did. It moved a lot.
Well, up, but like it didn't move back down.
It did it. So it closed. The absolute low was the first second that candle started, and the absolute high was when it closed. So this candle is pretty interesting. It's called a hammer candle. Okay, why? Because it looks like a little hammer, a little Thor hammer. No. Okay, so in this example, the candle actually opened up here. Okay, now where did that candle close?
Down here.
Okay, good. Where was the absolute low of that candle? Perfect. Okay, so you get the rest of these. This one is interesting. It's called a doji candle. The reason why it's not green or red, can you guess what happens here? No, it actually closed and opened at the same price.
Oh.
So hence the gray. So it didn't move. Now there's two things to note here. If you see this candle, it generally indicates a sign of strength because think about it as like a bobber on like on a fishing line, right? Like that's the top of it. It's not going any lower because it's so top heavy. You know, it's not sinking. So what happens here is because it gets so low, people buy that stock because they think it's worth it at that price. And what ends up happening is it pushes all the way back up here, almost turning green. Because what would have happened is if this low ended up moving higher than the open, it would have turned green. Because the low technically would have closed higher than the open. Okay, does that make sense? Not really. You want me to redo that again?
Sure.
Okay, so if it's green, it simply means it closed higher than where it opened. If it's red, it simply closed lower than where it opened. Now, if, say, right here, before it closed, this is the price of the stock, actually went up and went a little bit higher than the open, that candle would have been red and turned green. I'm going to show you some live examples. Now, the reason why this indicates strength is because a lot of buyers bought that dip here, and see how drastic that one wick is? It shot way back up. It's kind of like a hammer, strength, okay? Hammers are strong. You know, strong men, I used to have a hammer in my mouth, strong. Okay, this is, I think of it just like a sinker. Like this is the line, and the sinker's weighing that line down. It's the opposite of this. It's technically green. However, because everyone thought it wasn't worth it up here and sold out, it's going to make the stock price sink like a sinker. Okay, moving on. So, time for a quiz. Oh boy, live example time. This is a live example of a stock I traded this morning. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to tell me where the stock price opened, where the high was, where the low was, and where it closed.
Okay, wait.
We're gonna start with. We'll start with yesterday. Okay. So this big green candle, where did it open?
Okay, so it opened down here.
Yep, which was at $2.35.
Okay, and then. So this is all yesterday.
No, this is yesterday. The black is yesterday, and this black is today. This gray is.
So it closed what here?
Nope. This is just one candle.
Yeah.
Okay, a 30-minute candle. Where did this one candle close?
Oh, this one. I thought you said the day.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, so it closed up here.
Yep. Where is the high of that candle?
Right here.
Yeah, this is a game. This is funny. And then the very next, so this is a 30, every candle is 30 minutes of time.
Okay.
Okay, so this was 30 minutes of time, and then say it was 11:30, this candle was at. Now 12 o'clock strikes. Where does this candle open? I mean, the open, close, high, low.
Open, close, high, low.
Yep.
Open, close.
Correct. No, you're right. It doesn't need a wick to be the high.
Right.
Sometimes that could actually be, if it doesn't have a wick, that can be the high. Right here, there's a little nip on this one.
Okay. Open, close, high, low.
Yep, correct.
So high and low is always the same.
Yep.
Open and close. Okay. Right. Open and close at the same.
Relatively, maybe with a
But that was
tiny
a
difference.
that was a low.
Yep.
And then
Okay, you're gonna crush yours. Now let me switch it up. Now what we're doing, Heidi, is we're see how there's a lot more candles.
Yeah.
Because now every minute is a candle. Okay. Now I want you to tell me. Forget about this gap. That's very rare. I'll explain to you that in future sense. And show me this big red candle. What happened here? Where's the high? Where's the low? Where it open? Where it close?
The opened up here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then it closed down here.
Yep.
But it was valued way high.
At one point, it went a little bit higher. So let's look at a live example right now. So right now, this candle is supposed to be moving. See how it just moved like that? So right now, it's actually forming. It's trying to plot and get data on where the eye and the close is. So it's 13:59:38. It's actually perfect timing. So when that clock strikes 2 p.m., that's what's going to change. But right now, you see, it's building up and it's going higher. However, if you see it in the next 10 seconds crash down, you're going to see the high way higher than it actually is. You think so? See, oh, it's happening. It's like real time. Here you go. And then boom. So the time closed, new one started. Yep. See, you watched it open?
Yeah.
Okay. And now, because it's lower than where it opened, it's red. And it's creating that low. It's kind of cool. It's exactly, it's like art. That's going to do it for session 1. Did you learn anything, Bubba? You think so? Yeah. That's how you read candlesticks. Hopefully you guys learned a little something. If you guys have any questions outside of maybe what I went over, feel free to drop a comment, DM me on Discord. I will answer you guys' questions almost immediately. The next session, we're going to be going over time frames, what they are, and how we could utilize them to profit more. So, Heidi girl, what was the number one thing that you learned in this?
Just what a candle is, I guess.
What a candle is. And this is not ones that Mommy buys at TJ Maxx.
Because I see them all the time. Everything you do. And now I know exactly what they do.
There you go. I have candlesticks everywhere. So I'll see you guys in part 2. If you guys like part 1, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in part 2.